Okay, so here's a weird way to think about why your business has been stuck at the same number for the last year or two. No matter how hard you push, it's not that you're doing something wrong, but it's that your business is actually allergic to growth, like medically allergic. And I know that sounds like a strange thing to say, but stick with me for a second because once you say this, you're not gonna be able to unsee it in your own numbers. Okay, you ready for the surprise? This is what I think. Think about what an allergy actually is for a second. When you're allergic to something, your body isn't broken. It's actually doing exactly what it's built to do, right? When peanuts show up, your immune system goes threat detected and it responds correctly, perfectly even, right? The problem isn't that your body is malfunctioning, but the problem is that your body is reacting appropriately to something it was never designed to handle. Now, well, that take that and put it in your business. Now take the analogy and put it for your business. If you built a high-touch, bespoke, deeply personal coaching model, which by the way is probably why you got so good in the first place, that model wasn't designed to handle scale. So when you try to add more clients into it, your business does exactly what it's supposed to do. It reacts. It doesn't sit there and quietly absorb the extra load. It just rejects it. And think about it. When rejection shows up, it usually shows up in three places every single time. Like it's kind of like clockwork. So the first one is burnout. You personally start absorbing more clients than the model was ever built to support, right? And your body just starts shutting things down. You get short with people. You stop showing up as sharp on calls. You start dreading your own calendar. Yeah, that's a real thing. People do that. Some of you are probably feeling it right at the moment. Well, that's not you being weak. That's the sneeze. That's you being allergic. That's your business being allergic. That's the allergic reaction doing exactly what it's designed to do, which is protect the system from what? From overload. And if we see, secondly, the quality drops. This is the one that actually terrifies me for coaches. Like because it's silent at first, you add five more clients, and for a while it looks fine, but you can only hold so much context in your head at once. All right. So the depth you used to bring to every single call quietly gets divided by however many people you're now serving at the moment. And nobody tells you this. It's happening right now with you. Nobody points it out. Nobody like brings it up. Right. You just start noticing your own work feel a little more generic used than it used to. And if we see the third one, which is really the sum of the first two. It is churn, burned out coach, diluted delivery. Clients start feeling it even if they can't articulate why, and they start leaving. They start leaving quietly, usually without telling you the real reason. And yeah, if we think about it and see about it, that's the real loop. You try to scale, your business rejects it because it's allergic to growth, and burnout, quality drops, churn, you end up right back where you started, except more tired. Am I right or wrong? Because that's the like thing for most coaches, as they interpret that as I need to push harder. I need to push harder and work harder and just work harder. That's like working into doom, working harder into doom. You're not working into productivity and the right thing, which is like being allergic to peanuts and deciding the solution is to just eat more peanuts and build up a tolerance through sheer will. It doesn't work like that. Not with allergies and not with this. And so if that loop sounds familiar and you've tried to add clients, felt yourself stretched thin, watched quality slip, and ended up with the same revenue number but way more exhausted, well, that's the exact pattern that we specialize in interpreting for your business. Okay. We can actually walk you through where in a specific business the allergic reaction is happening. And there's a link below to book a call with us if you want that mapped out for your specific business. And yeah, Here's the part. Here's the part that most people get wrong when they hear all this. They think, okay, so the answer is I need to be less allergic, right? Toughen up and build stamina. Well, that's actually the wrong move because you don't cure a peanut allergy by just eating more peanuts. You change the environment so the trigger isn't a threat anymore. Same thing here. You don't fix a business that's allergic to growth by pushing more clients to the exact same delivery model. You change the architecture of the business so that more clients isn't a threat to it anymore. And if you think about it, that's the actual shift. It's not about doing more of what you're already doing, but it's not about doing more of what you're doing harder. It's about changing what the business is structurally built to handle. so growth stops triggering a reaction in the first place. And yeah, once you start to do that, once the model itself can actually absorb more people without you personally absorbing all of it, something kind of strange happens. The growth stops being scary. But right now, probably some of you flinch a little every time you think about scaling or growing your business, because some part of you already knows what it actually costs, right? That flinch goes and that flinch goes away the moment the business isn't allergic anymore. You start to adapt. You start being able to say yes to the world and yes to more without your stomach dropping. But that's generally what it feels like on the other side of this. And it's not working harder to handle more. It's just more doesn't hurt anymore. So yeah, if you're like been trying to scale a high touch model and every single time it's ended in burnout, dropped quality, or clients quietly disappearing, that's an architecture problem and it's fixable. We help coaches rebuild the architecture so growth stops being something the business fights back against, okay? Book a call with us. The link's below and we'll show you exactly why your model is rejecting growth and what it would take to change that. So yeah, that's it for this one. And if you felt that flinch I'm talking about, you already know this one's for you. Subscribe if you're not already. Next video is coming up tomorrow. See you in it.